Hey friends, welcome back to another YouTube video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Shadavia and this is Oshi Budgets, where I talk about all things money, budgeting, and savings related. If any of that is content you're into, go ahead and do me a favor and give today's video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, but don't forget that notification bell so you're notified every single time I post. Now, friends, I know it's been a minute since I've posted, but I'm finally back and I have so much to catch you guys up on, so I'm excited about today's video. But first, I want to say thank you guys so much to everyone who has just stuck around during this social media hiatus. I've seen the comments. I miss you guys just as much. And I just want to let you know that it really does mean a lot to me for you guys to tell me, hey, I miss you posting. Hey, your videos has helped me a lot. Like, it just makes me so happy inside. And I really miss sharing my budgeting journey with y'all. But to be honest, you guys, 2024 was a really rough year for me. Like, I struggled with my mental health. I lost my sister in July of last year. And I pretty much took the whole year to kind of get settled into our new home. So we did end up buying that home that I was saving for, and we actually just hit 1 year on April the 25th. So I'm not sure what day this video is gonna come up, but April the 25th is our 1 year mark from closing on this new home. So I'm extremely excited and incredibly grateful for all of my blessings, but I do have to admit, like, I've made a lot of poor decisions up until this point that I'm kind of needing to kind of restart or start over per se. So one of the biggest goals for this year is just trying to get back on track financially. Like, right now, I think I have a little over $3,000 in credit card debt. And so I don't have a set plan on how I want to knock that down or accomplish that goal. So I'm just kind of winging it at this point. But I will kind of sit down and, set a game plan for that. And once I do that, you guys will be able to see that journey and follow along as well. I'm trying to find some creative ways to do that because you guys know, like, I'm all about, making more versus trying to take away from what I already have. And if you guys hear mowing in the background, this is the perfect time for my neighbors to mow their lawn. I'm trying to record, but nevertheless, we're still gonna go ahead and get this video out. So again, today, I just kind of want to ease back into doing what I love, and that's just budgeting with y'all, getting back. Like, this is gonna be my first budget in, I wanna say, like, almost a year, you guys. I've just kind of been out here winging it, to be honest, but I'm just at the point where I'm kind of fed up and I'm like, okay, it's time for a financial reset. So today we're going to budget my May paycheck number 1. But if you made it to this point in today's video and you're still here rocking with me, since day 1, or even if you're a new subscriber, let me know in the comments. Go ahead and drop me a purple heart as well. And let's just go ahead and get into our May budget for paycheck number 1. Now, thankfully for May, I feel like this is the perfect time for me to reset as well, because this is my 3 paycheck month, which means that I'll receive 3 paychecks in the month of May, and then you guys will be able to see kind of what's been going on in my budget as well. So I will consider today's budget with me more of a test budget, because I'm still kind of, getting acclimated with the bills in our new home, but also, since I haven't kind of been tracking anything, I don't really know how much I've been spending. I've just been swiping, apparently. I haven't, had cash, anything like that, you guys. It's been bad out here, I will say that. But let's go ahead and get into the numbers. Quick disclaimer for anyone who is new to my channel. I only show my real numbers. So this is exactly how much I make or have. Not a mock budget, anything like that. This is the real, the raw over here. So another disclaimer for anyone who's new to my channel, the numbers that you're seeing is gonna be after other contributions. So I'm already, contributing to my employer insurance plan, my 401k, those things come out automatically. And I have my mortgage and some other automated bills come out of my paycheck before I even see it. So that goes to a separate account, and that's a set amount each pay period. So I never see it, I never touch it, and it kind of helps me minimize the amount of transfers that I'm needing to do from bank to bank. So enough of that rambling. Again, today we're going to be budgeting out a total of 700. How much was the paycheck? 700, I think it's 92. Oh yeah, okay, and 79 cents. So $792.79 is what we have to budget for our bills, cash envelopes, savings, and then our debt payment. So with my water bill is a monthly bill that I pay, but since the amount varies, it's a variable expense for me. So I never know if it's gonna be $150, $200, $300, $500, whatever. But what I like to do is kind of take $100 out from our paycheck number one, since I am paid bi-weekly. And then by the time I receive my second paycheck, I normally will have the bill. So let's say, for example, that bill is $180. Well, I already have this $100 set aside from paycheck number one for May. And then when I receive my second paycheck for May, then I'll just take out the $80 versus another $100. So that's how I typically do it. Like I said, given the second, bi-weekly paycheck, I should have that water bill, but it's never consistent. So I really don't know how much that runs. The only other two bills that I have for this paycheck is my iPhone storage, which is $9.99. And then I also have storage for my daughter's phone as well, which is 99 cents. That is something that I've been paying for, I don't know for how long at this point. Now, I am someone who uses my iPhone for every single thing. I'm actually recording on my iPhone right now. So I do take up a lot of storage. So I do think I need that, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments as well. Like, do you guys have that same problem with your iPhone storage or your phone storage? And if so, are you guys paying for storage or not? Because I think it's something that I can, even though it's just $10, well, 11 with the both of us, I mean, that $11 could go somewhere else. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you guys would handle that. And then let's see how much we have after we pay those bills. $9.99 minus 99. Okay, so we have $681.81, and that's going into the cash envelopes, savings, and debt payment. So I always say, save something, even if it's $1, $5, save something, because that rainy day is gonna come, whether you like it or not, and you would rather be safe than sorry. Like let's say you had a $300 expense, you had $150 saved up because you just put a little money aside, over time. That's only $150 left that you kind of have to figure out something for versus coming up with a whole entire $300. That's the way that I see it. So because my expenses has changed so much over the last year with purchasing this home, I'm not able to save as much. So I am doing the 1K challenge. Oh my goodness, I cannot remember her first name, but she is, I think her YouTube handle is Broke Black Girl Budgeting on Instagram. She posted at the beginning of the year a 1K savings challenge or 1K investing challenge. So I'm currently doing that, and for the month of May, you have to save $90. Now, since I'm paid bi-weekly, I just split that amount. I've been splitting that amount in half each month and just transferring it to a high yield savings account. Now, I'm not investing at the current moment because I do have debt, but that is something that I'm constantly in limbo with myself about, because I want to save, pay off debt, and invest at the same time, but I don't have enough money to spread around. So because of that, I'm putting aside $45 for this challenge, and that's just the amount that I'm going to be saving for this May paycheck number one. Now, credit card debt, again, I said I have about $3,000. I need to look at the exact number, but again, I'll look at that once I come up with that game plan. One other thing that has recently changed, like as of last week, we are officially done paying with daycare. So my youngest is 5, but she's a late 5, so she'll go to school in August of this year, and we just went ahead and took her out for the summer so she can be out with her other siblings. So now we're saving $207 a week that we were paying for daycare. Now, because I have this debt that I need to get paid off as soon as possible, I'm just gonna take that $207 that I would normally pay towards daycare and put that towards my credit card debt. Now, that's not gonna, do much, but it's better than just saying, okay, I now have $207 to just kind of put wherever. I need to be intentional. And although I don't want to do that, it's just something that I have to do because of the position that I put myself in. So we have those two. So let's go ahead and take that 45 and 207. And then 429.81 is what I'm gonna have for the cash envelopes. Now, if you're following me on Instagram, then you saw that I finally found my budgeting binder, or my variable expense binder, that I'm gonna be using again, and I'm gonna be carrying that around. So in that binder, I have these 5 categories, which are groceries, gas, household, self-care, and family. And these are the things that I'm gonna travel over 45 minutes to the bank to actually get cash for. So the first one is groceries. I'm a family of 5, and so I budget out $150 for the week. Now, I miss the days where it used to be $100, and you guys can go back on my channel or on my community post and see where we used to do like weekly meal plans, and I show you, what we bought with that $100. That has changed because now we are trying to have a better diet, eat more fruits and vegetables and whole foods, and also inflation, you guys. So things that was once $2 is probably $4 at this point. So you have to be really strategic about, how you're spending the $150. And meal planning is my go-to. If I don't meal plan for the week, then I just know I'm gonna go over grocery budgets. It's a proven fact at this point. But if I actually take time to sit down and say, okay, this is exactly what we're having, and I know each day and there's no guessing, then I have a better chance of sticking to my budget. So I always say, write it down, set a note on your phone, whatever it is that's gonna help you visually see what you're trying to accomplish, then it's a constant reminder for you, okay? So for me, that's meal planning my groceries so that I can actually stay on budget. And I know exactly, I like to add my items to the cart before I get to the store. And that way, if I do end up picking up something extra, I'm like, hey, do I have an extra $5 in my budget? Or, am I right at $149.85 or something like that? Then I know I can't pick up anything extra and I have to get exactly what I need from the store. Another option is if you have that issue with impulsive spending at the grocery store, you can try a grocery pickup. Me personally, I don't like my groceries to be handpicked by the employees because sometimes they just grab the first thing that they see, and they don't shop as if they're shopping for themselves. So you might get expired or damaged items or bad items, and I don't want to go through the hassle of having to return it and all this and that. I could just get some steps in and do it myself. So that's the grocery budget for this week. Gas, I am still working from home, so I'm giving myself $80. Usually I'm only filling up once still to this day during the bi-weekly period, but since we have moved further out, it does take us quite a bit of gas to travel to the other side of town, which we don't do so often, but often enough where I feel comfortable. I'm like, okay, if I do fill up one time, then that $80 will, last me the 2 weeks if need be. If not, it just kind of rolls over, and that's where I've just been kind of doing whatever with it. Let me know in the comments again, you guys, what are you doing with like your leftover budget? Do you roll it over? Do you put it towards a debt payment? Are you saving it? Again, this is kind of like my reset, starting over, so I'm kind of still in limbo on what to actually do within my budget. The last 3 categories, household is gonna get, I think I budgeted out $20 for household. And that's just for things, small things around the house. I mean, glass cleaner, air freshener, trash bags, toiletry, things like that. Obviously nothing to stock the household, but just, those little items here and there. Self-care, I'm giving myself $100. And I know that sounds crazy, but I've always struggled with my own self-care, and I've continuously say this, maybe if I give myself money, I'll spend it, but I end up spending it, but most of the time it's not on myself. So I'm gonna try to continue to get better with that. And I'm thinking maybe if I just go ahead and spend the money as soon as I get it, then it's not well, I'm just holding on to it and then I end up using it for family fun or somewhere else, that it's not intended for it. So I just have to get comfortable with spending money on myself, and I still have not mastered that even in the three years that I've been like budgeting. So we're working on it, okay? Work in progress. And then family, this is gonna be $50 for this paycheck. Now family is really gonna be like for the summer as well, because summer's coming up, school's almost out, and if we could just go ahead and start putting money aside for the summer a little bit at a time, I feel like that'll kind of save us some of the summer expenses that are coming up. It's something that I kind of just thought about, and I never really thought, hey, let me include that in my budget. I usually just say, oh, this is family, but my kids are running summer track, so I know each week we go to track meets, we're gonna need to get snacks and things like that. And depending on how much snacks and fruits you're getting, that could be about $30 to $50 each Saturday. So that in itself could, cover one of those. We're still trying to make it through the school year. My kids are having soccer games at school. There's cost for admission. So we have multiple uses for that family/summer fund, but I'm just gonna put that $50. So once I take those cash envelope expenses, say 20, 100, and then 50, and that's gonna leave us with $29.81. I'm just gonna leave that in my account as a buffer. 29. I'm gonna leave that in my account as a buffer, and then after that, we're just gonna leave it a zero-based budget. So everything kind of has a purpose or a place, and this is just gonna be the like I said, the test budget. So we're gonna see how it works out. I'll report back with you guys to let you know. I'm trying to get back into it. Like I said, I'm still a work in progress, you guys. 2024 kind of took a lot out of me, drained a lot, and still like recovering in 2025. That's why I haven't really posted. But again, I appreciate you guys for sticking around and, still watching my videos and commenting and engaging with me as well. I am going to try to post at least once a week. There may be some weeks that I'm, able to post twice, but I am going to try, okay? So charge it to my head, not my heart, you guys. But if you made it to the end of today's video, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I appreciate your continuous support. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment so I can get back into the YouTube algorithm. And share this video with someone who just needs a reminder it's okay to start over, and maybe they need some tips or ideas of what to include in their budget. So if you enjoyed it, again, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.